Okay, welcome back. It is another episode of Ink Transfer Drawing with Mark Zimmerman. My name is Mark Zimmerman. I'm the visiting artist working through the Sanford Arts program here at Sanford Clinic. And I'm with you virtually today. What I'm doing is called an ink transfer drawing, like I said, and that's ink. And I'm putting a sheet of paper on top of the ink. And then I draw or rub on the back of that paper. And it transfers the ink to the front, which is face down right now. And then I'll finish it with just a little bit of watercolor too. Now I kind of want to know where that ink is at, so I draw where it is instead of where it isn't. So I can feel the edge of the tape that it's inside, and I can drag this pen along the edge of the tape. And that tells me where my drawing needs to be. There we go. Whatever I do out there doesn't really matter much because it's not going to show up in the drawing. I'm looking at a bald eagle here, and I think I'm going to do this. Wow, is he quite a bird? I was just up in Minnesota. I was supposed to be doing these for Sanford, but it was my one chance to go to Minnesota and see my mother. Don't see nearly often enough. And so I am transferring ink with the pressure of the pen to the back side of that paper. I just transferred a little ink with the pressure of my finger too. Working on the eagle eye. Man, does he have an eye. Anyway, I was just up in Minnesota. I saw bald eagles everywhere I went, actually. It's kind of nice to know they're doing that well somewhere. Working out here, going a little bit toward the beak, and man, what a beak. Holy. Where's that beak come from, man? It starts way back in here. So these ink transfer drawings are kind of fun. They're quick. And they're fun. I like them anyway. Which is, I guess, why I'm doing them. You know, they say you've never really seen something until you've had to look at it close enough to draw it. I guess maybe I've never really seen an eagle. There is a beak, boy. And one of the tricks to these ink transfer drawings is to underdraw, not overdraw. So the The lines are all kind of fuzzy, so they end up being fatter when they transfer than you think they are when you put them down. What a creature. Here's his bald head. Not sure why he gets to be called bald. He's all feathered in. Put just a little shadow here, just with the pressure of my finger. Alrighty. See if there's anything else I need. Little transfer of ink right there. A little transfer right here. Here. Let's sneak a peek. See if he needs anything. Well, he doesn't need much. I think the rest I can do with the watercolor paint I have here. So I'm going to get rid of the ink. Here's our eagle. Get rid of that plate of ink and get rid of the pen, pick up a brush. It's so you'll notice, actually I can show you the picture I was looking at. You'll notice that everything is backwards in the drawing. So what I drew on the left side actually comes out on the right side. So I'm going to put the highlights on his beak here. I'm going to come back and darken that beak a little bit, a little orange. It's not actually a yellow beak, at least not in this photograph. And a little orange in the eye. I think I want just a little bit of yellow in that eye too down in here. Switch to a little bit bigger brush. I'm going to let that kind of dry, come back and do some shadows on that beak and once it's dry. Dries pretty quickly. I might actually just mix a color here. The shadows on his white head, the feathers on his white head, kind of a brownish indigo. Let's see if I can touch of purple. Touch of purple. Okay. I'm just going to add a little water to that. I want these shadows to be really light. And I'm going to test to see how light I got it, because it's hard to get rid of it once it's down. Alright, so I'm looking at a pretty good shadow in here. Pretty good shadow up in here. Just a flick or two of a shadow up in there. Oh, that got a little dark on top there. I'm going to come back and pick that up before it dries and get it out of there. It's got quite a bit of dark in here underneath. And kind of working my way down. And back up. It's got some highlights on these feathers that are kind of orangish. So I'm just going to paint quite a bit of orange in. Ooh, not that much. Gee, Mark. Act like you've done this before. There we go. Stir that brown up. I want it kind of dark, so I'm going to stir it a bit. Get all the pigment into solution. Come back in here. Oh. Sorry, I have a little fly drowning in my brown paint. Oh. Whoa. Fear not. Well, he's going to be darker than that when I'm all done. So I'm going to let this brown dry. Come back with something darker, maybe even almost a black. Which I don't actually have. I have a color called Payne's Gray, which is a very, very dark, beautiful gray. Question is, what color is the background? Let's get rid of our shadow color. And I think I want a real flat, uninteresting background. So I don't want to take any attention away from the eagle, so I'm going to leave this background very plain. And I'll let the paint be paint too. It's certainly suggestive of sky, but the reality of a painting is that it's paint. So I'm going to let this paint be paint. Question is, can I get it to be nice paint? Because nice paintings are made with nice paint. Let's come back with a little bit smaller brush. And let's get that Payne's Gray going. See how dark it is. Pretty dark. I think I could come up in here actually and darken a bit. And actually I'm going to come back. I'm going to let that brown dry just a little bit longer. I can come back and put a shadow up in here on the beak. Come in with some purple. Then come back with that Payne's Gray. Stir that up really good so it's as dark as I can get it. And I'm just trying to suggest that he's got feathers. I'm not trying to paint every feather. Oops, that's the wrong color. Dipped in my indigo instead of my Payne's Gray. Let me do one more thing here. I'm going to suggest that there's some really, really light little bluish shadows up in here too. Kind of connect him so he's not so disconnected from that background. Oops, dipped in the blue instead of the light blue. So, then I need a title for him. I think I'll just call him Bald Eagle. And my signature. And 2020. I had a professor in school who said, why don't you just call them what they are? He was tired of everybody saying untitled. There he is. This and other ink transfer drawings should be sitting in a stack near where you are watching this video. And you can pick one out and then actually watch the video of it being created. Anyway, I hope you had a little fun watching that. I had a little fun doing it, and we'll do another one. Bye-bye.